With the skyline in front of us, a look at Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Oakland A's. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Chris Bassett, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
He threw a real gem in his last game. Complete game shutout. He'll look to repeat that kind of performance here.
Into the box is leadoff man Jason Hayward, and we are ready for baseball.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
He pulls this one into right, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Well, a line shot into right to start things out. Now you have to worry about whether he'll be on the move or not.
Chris Bryant will stand in for the first time now, coming off a 3-hit contest in the loss last night.
Well, you're right. His last game was excellent, but he just keeps adding to those numbers. Over his last 10 games, he's been hitting over 350. I'll take that anytime.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one. Eric, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
But always important to play good baseball in front of the home crowd, and they were fortunate to get this series off on the right foot in game 1. They'll hope to continue their winning ways here in game number 2.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Hit hard up the middle, and that's into center field for another base hit, and trouble's brewing here to start the ball game.
Back-to-back, very hard hit balls to start the ball game, and he whistles this one for a base hit. They're in good shape to make something happen here in the very first inning.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in here with a chance to pad his RBI total, and as you can see, he currently sits 3rd in the National League in that category.
Well, and I think that's what you're going to hope for from those corner infielders. Typically, those are your big boys that you want to drive the ball all over the yard and bring those Ducks home.
First offering on its way. Hot shot towards the hole, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, you talk about getting yourself into some early hot water. 3 batters into the ball game, he's already staring at a bases loaded situation. And you have to imagine this cleanup guy's licking his chops right now. And who would have guessed they'd have this kind of opportunity this early in the game?
Kyle Schwarber will get a shot here in a bases loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
Hit hard on the ground to second. One there. And now after that call at second, here comes the skipper out of the third base dugout as he apparently doesn't agree with the call. I believe the second base umpire is going to tell him that the drop occurred on the transfer, but that's not going to sit well with the skipper, so you can just about guarantee that he's going to have his say before he returns to the dugout. Jorge Soler will stand in as he'll get a break from playing the field and be the DH here in this one.
Yeah, it's a nice luxury to have here in an interleague ball game. You give him a little bit of a break from the field, but you still keep that big bat in the lineup.
He's set. Here it comes. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Hit hard back up the middle. Oh, look at Semien. The second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Only one in the inning for the Cubs. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Cubs 1 and the A's nothing. Ian Wolf gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's making his big league debut here on the mound. He's going to have a lot of adrenaline. He's going to have a lot of nerves. He's going to have to be able to contain all of that so he can go out and be effective. It's going to be tough to do, and that may be his biggest challenge all game long.
Danny Valencia comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Danny Valencia.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. EK, one of your old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
And they got a great pitching performance in the opener of this series, so if they could get anything comparable here or the rest of this road trip, you can bet they'll take it.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career punch-out. You can bet his club is hoping for a lot more of that going forward.
Well, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to be a solid one. Many of the best pitchers at this level have at least one put-away pitch that they can go to in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Comes in here right at 260. 9 homers and 37 RBIs. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Yeah, and in a good hitter's park like this one, it's going to be even more important than usual to keep that fastball down. That's right where he's got to be living.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Hayward on the run. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in that 6th spot. He's carrying an outstanding on-base percentage with him into this game. Over 450, so he's an extremely tough out these days. Look for him to make an impact on this one.
George Springer will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And this is going to be important against a team like this. You can't let them get into too many hitters counts because they'll tear you apart.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They still trail 1-0. Ben Zobrist makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Ben Zobrist.
Into the windup and the pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. You have to figure that sinker is going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second. And with that, let's get a quick glance at the Oakland A's defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, George Springer has so many athletic talents. He's basically a 5-tool player. Defensively, he does so many things well, and it's allowed him to really impact this ball club.
Addison Russell will get his first opportunity now. 14 home runs to his credit so far this year. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Tap fouled at home plate. And the slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Dexter Fowler, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. He's got the average up to 307 here, 9 homers and 61 RBIs. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Liner toward right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Well, you know you're talking about a nice streak when you get up over 10 games in a row, and now that's 11 for this guy, so he is feeling it.
Stephen Vogt will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. First pitch of the at-bat. Runner goes for second. Pitch misses. The throw down. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
If you're a stolen base kind of guy, most of your stolen bases are on the pitcher, not the catcher. But this was a slide step that he used right here, and he still stole the base. I think you got to blame the catcher for this one.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for the Cubs. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Tom Noonan will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about one of the most athletic shortstops in all of the game, Addison Russell comes to mind. He's got a great throwing arm and possesses awesome range. Can go either direction, and besides that, he carries with him some very soft hands. Just a joy to watch.
First pitch on its way. Rich Ayala is at the plate as he watches ball 1. One out, nobody on. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Oh, high, deep, That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, and the A's are back to even now. It's one apiece.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Into the box now, Tyler Ladendorf.
Second baseman.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Grounded back up the middle. Backhanded. Off-balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
And if this is almost any other guy in baseball, he's going to be out. But he just gets down that line so fast, and he winds up beating this one out.
Travis d'Arnaud takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
As you can see right here, his timing just seems to be off a little bit at the plate right now. And you know what? That can happen during the course of the season. You're not always going to have your good swing. And he's the kind of guy that's got a lot of moving parts in that swing. So maybe he's at the point now in the season where he might need just a little time off so he can get back to the basics.
Juan Lagares will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. From the stretch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. But the A's come back to even things up thanks to this solo home run. We've played 2, all even at 1 apiece. Jason Hayward is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, this is a tough way to help your on-base percentage out as a leadoff hitter, but he's on base here regardless.
Chris Bryant is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. Off and running is Hayward. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he got him at second on a perfect throw.
The best way a pitcher can slow down the running game is various moves. Hold the ball, throw to first, show your best move to first, or slide step. The guy tried to steal on a slide step right there. The chances are you're going to be out, and they nabbed him.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed. 2-2.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
And he falls behind 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Slider, and look out, that's up in the danger zone. I'll tell you, he's already hit one guy. He is not afraid to work inside.
No, and as much as I hate to say it, pitchers have just as much right to the inside part of the plate as you do.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Josh Fegley will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Come on, you look at the numbers on this guy, and you have to wonder, why does he continue to be in the lineup? He's got 1 hit in his last 10 games. Come on.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Two and one after the foul ball there. Hit on the ground to short. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Up next for Oakland, third baseman, Danny Valencia.
Danny Valencia will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first. First pitch coming. Here it is. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch is a splitter called, strike 2. Hot shot toward third. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
The batter number 13,
Boy, he just basically went up and tomahawked that thing. Take a look at where this pitch is. That's not an easy pitch to stay on top of, but somehow he managed to do it, and now he's standing out there on second base right now as a result. Well, he should be laughing about that one.
Into the box, Marcus Semien. So weighed out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. A good job there to pick up his 16th double of the year. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Grounded to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
Coming to the plate now, George Springer. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Hit high and deep out to left field. That gets down, and the inning will continue. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Well, that's what he's done well all season. Mets swing the bat with runners in scoring position. He drives in another one here on the RBI double.
Tom Noonan stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. And the A's open it up 4-1 now.
Here comes the long ball again to bite him. The second one he's allowed here in the first 2 2/3. Tell you what, the way he's throwing right now, the third one might send him to the showers.
Standing in now, Rich Ayala. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Boy, this one might be a case of adding injuries to insult. It hasn't been his finest performance so far. And now this one shot right back at him at the mound. No time to get out of the way. And that's going to sting for quite a while.
Stepping in now, Tyler Ladendorf. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Fowler moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We played 3 full. It's now 4-1 Oakland. Leading off the inning, Kyle Schwarber, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And a high strike there. It's 1-1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
All even now, 2-2. Two and two count. Here it comes. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Jorge Soler is on deck. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Oh, boy. Not what you wanted to come back with when your guys just scored you 3 runs in the previous half inning. I mean, you want to at least make these guys earn their way on. Now he's going to need a ground ball.
Jorge Soler will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Now a chopper to first. Might only get 1. A spin and a throw to second for 1. Back to first, and he throws it away.
Yeah, and right here, he knew that at second base he was going to have to hurry this throw back to first if he had any chance to double him up. And you see his throw get away from him, but since there's no advancement, it's going to be a straight fielder's choice, no error on the play.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And here's one that misses to the Chicago second baseman. It's a ball and a strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Boy, what an outstanding play out there in left center field. This is showing no regard for his body. He's going to wind up getting a mouthful of turf, too. But he's able to hold on to the baseball. That's just very well done.
Here's Addison Russell, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. Throw over to first, and the runner back.
Had a pretty good lead right there.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit to the left side, but taken in out there at short. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. Travis d'Arnaud is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Russell has it. 1 away.
This ball's hit pretty sharply here towards the hole, but then you see he's able to backhand this thing and then use that cannon he's got to fire it across the diamond and get his man.
Here's Juan Lagares. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Chopped foul right at home plate. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Lagares is retired, 2 down now.
And here's a guy that needed a quick inning after giving up 3 runs the last time around. He's got the first 2 outs here. He's looking a lot more determined out there now.
Into the box now, Josh Phegley. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, one of the reasons he's not pitching well is because he's only thrown a first pitch strike about 50% of the time. That's not a good enough percentage to get ahead of hitters.
Drilled right back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Danny Valencia steps in, working on a 1 for 2 game so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
And a good pitch there. It's a big front door curveball, and he had no way of opening up to it.
4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, and that splitter is normally a go-to pitch for this guy. But it hasn't really shown that downward action like he usually has.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And they'll chase this one down now out near the 387 sign. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
The batter, number 13,
Well,
shortstop,
he's hoping to just get out of this 4th inning and maybe try to regroup for the 5th. But this is now 8 hits he's allowed already, so he's got to be running out of chances to turn things around.
Marcus Semien will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. First delivery to him on the way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Here it comes, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. And the splitter's in there as he gets ahead here 1-2.
Well, and he's got a great splitter. You're talking 88 miles an hour. You think you can hit it, but it just disappears on you.
1-2. Here it comes. Right side hit hard. Zobrist is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the A's get a run on this RBI double. We played 4. It's the A's 5 and the Cubs 1. Dexter Fowler heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a liner. Foul. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Yeah, right back to that inside location. When a guy shows you he can't handle a tough slider on the hands, you can bet that guy on the mound, he's going to go right back to that pitch before too long.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Stephen Vogt stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. One run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count. Kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
And this is a big spot right here. You've got to get something out of this, even if it's just a run or two.
Down and away, ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Lagares will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Chris Bryant will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Here comes the first pitch. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Ayala going back on it. Still ranging back. Gone! So a 3-run shot to left center. Home run number 16 for him on the year. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game.
Well, they certainly were sitting pretty to start this inning. They had a 5-1 lead, but things have been turned all upside down now. All of a sudden, a huge 3-run shot, and that's made this a 1-run game.
First baseman
Anthony Rizzo stands in now.
Anthony Rizzo.
Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Seems like whatever was working early on suddenly is not working now.
It's almost like he's imploding right before our eyes.
Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Nicely done there at short as you see him ranging to his left. He takes it on his forehand side and then flips it to first for the out.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. In now, Kyle Schwarber. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
1-0.
Three runs already home here. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. You get the sense he's starting to nibble a bit at the corners here, and that's something he wasn't doing earlier.
Yeah, and he sort of backed off the throttle a little bit too. I'm wondering if that home run ball might have changed his approach just a little bit.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. Middle of the afternoon here in the city of brotherly love. It's the A's 5 and the Cubs 4. George Springer comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Fielder George Springer.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, I think the heart of this system is right on top of us now because it's really coming down out there.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Oh, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Waiting on it is Zobrist. 1 down.
Up next for Oakland.
It's fair to say that early on at least the runs have come in bunches here this afternoon. A high-scoring affair thus far, and we're only in the 5th inning. Ready to take his hacks again, Tom Noonan, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that was a breaking ball that he hit, and it looked like he saw it right out of the pitcher's hand so nicely. They might have to attack him with some hard stuff this time around.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
And you hear us talk about shutdown innings, and that's when you hold the team scoreless after you've scored in your half. Well, after his guys cut the lead down to 1, he's only 1 out away to a shutdown inning here.
Rich Ayala steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. On his way to pitch number 75. Lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Schwarber ranging back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo shot here to left. His second of the game, and it's now 6-4.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game. And it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one. So he's definitely locked in.
Into the box now, Tyler Ladendorf.
Second baseman.
As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Feels like he's kind of relied a little too much on that fastball.
And it's gotten him into trouble. I think guys have just gone up there looking for it, and usually they wind up getting it.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
3-0 now.
No strikes.
A ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Now batting, catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. John Lackey is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
John Lackey.
Travis d'Arnaud will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. Lackey comes set. Here's the first pitch. Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat. Ball 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. To 2-2 now.
2-2.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt. And as a runner, it's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not. But I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment. And as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Line drive to left. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. The relay, the tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. 5 innings complete. Oakland is on top in this one, 7-4. Jorge Soler steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Squared that one up just a little late. One and one, here it comes. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready on 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Ben Zobrist comes forward for another shot after being robbed of a hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it was an absolute showstopper. All you can do is get back up there and try to hit the ball hard once again.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
The 1-0 delivery. That's inside. 2-0. You'd have to think a walk here would hasten his exit from the ball game.
Yeah, he can't let that happen. In a close game like this, you've got to make him put it in play.
That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Here it is. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Grounded to the right. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
But I tell you, when you're on a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. It's not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and at average, it'll climb a few more points.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Fernando Rodriguez will take over on the mound now here in the 6th inning.
Number 33, Fernando Rodriguez.
Addison Russell will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here.
And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. First and second here with nobody out. Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Grounded foul off to the right. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Well, this is the 2nd time he struck out so far, and this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy. Who knows what can happen if you just put the ball in play.
Stepping in, Dexter Fowler, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. And a front foot curveball here that misses down and in for ball 2. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
Some anxious moments now in that first base dugout.
Yeah, he cannot be liking what he's seeing, that's for sure.
Three and one, here it is. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Stephen Vogt. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
You know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Oh, and 2, here it comes. Drilled on the ground to short, and that's through. A base hit. 1 run scores. Now a good throw comes into the infield, so that'll force the second runner to hold on over at third base.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason.
So striding in, Jason Hayward, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's set, and the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
All right, you're down 2 here. You've got the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out. This has to be a productive at-bat. Even if you don't reach base, you've got to get that guy in from third.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Lagares is under it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
And at the very least, that's what he's up there hoping to do. And that's hit the ball in the air somewhere. So nice job to pick up that runner from third. Although the other 2 runners have to stay put now with 2 away.
Chris Bryant strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Trying to hold the lead. And a high strike there, 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The A's lead this one 7-6. Juan Lagares will stand in to start things for Oakland in their half of the 6th.
Left fielder, Juan Lagares.
Lackey steps into the windup. Here it comes. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Hard hit ball towards the hole, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
And you can tell when these guys have gone up to the plate, they've had a plan. You know, they're just not wildly swinging, hoping for things to work out. They've been looking for specific pitches in specific locations. The advanced scouts, they've earned their pay in this one.
Josh Fegley will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Up and in for ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. And he misses again, 2-0. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Hit well on the ground to first. Zobrist. The relay back to the pitcher, covering in time to double him up.
Now batting,
Boy, right there, with the runner moving on that play, he didn't even think they were going to try to get an out at second base. But somehow, they still managed to turn over the double play.
Standing in now, Danny Valencia. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball one. Just missing here, 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
And the pitch on 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Skied into very shallow right. Hayward has it in his tracks, and that retires the side. A's go quietly there as they still cling to a 7-6 lead. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's been a high-scoring affair thus far as we take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Mark Zipchinski is on the pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Mark Zipchinski.
Leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Right side and right into the shift. Simeon's got it on to first, and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone.
Well, that's pretty nice. You come into a ball game, you throw one slider, and you get yourself an out. Now, that'll help you settle right into the game.
Settling in now, Kyle Schwarber. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Down and away, ball 1. One out, nobody on. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good look at it.
Sinker, 3-2 now.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
That's generally the rule. If you throw a pitch on 2-1, you'll probably see it again on 3-2, and he comes up empty there.
Jorge Soler will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Chopped weakly to the left. Taken in by Simeon. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Down a run in a tight one. It's 7-6. Pedro Strop will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Number 46, Pedro Strop.
Marcus Semien will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
And that's dead center for strike 1. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Now, getting that first out is always critical in a one-run ball game. And they could certainly use a quick 7th inning here.
George Springer gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And he'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. 3-1 now. Tom Noonan waits on deck. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
Boy, and he's not too thrilled with that call out there on the mound. And you know what? I don't blame him. I mean, have a look where this pitch is. That catches an awful lot of the plate, and I think I'd be mad if I were him.
Tom Noonan will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. He waits. Now the pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Runner at first here, one man out. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. Ready with the 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
How about that sequence right there? Fastball, fastball, and fastball again. No surprise what he's featuring out there today. Just straight hard stuff. And he gets the 3-pitch see you later.
Rich Ayala will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw will go to Russell covering at second, and the inning is over. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the A's 7 and the Cubs 6.
Your attention, please. Now
Call to the
pitching for the
bullpen
A's,
complete as the right-handed workhorse Ryan Madsen set to take over. Ben Zobrist will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Now a changeup misses here to begin the 8th. It's 1-0. In for a strike. It's 1-1. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Ayala racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Up next for the Cubs.
Wow, what a great way to start off your half of the inning late in this ball game. He is pumped up out there at second base, trying to get his teammates into it.
And now with the possible tying run at second here, we're going to have a pinched runner as they try to get a little more speed out there. Addison Russell will get an opportunity now following the leadoff double.
And with his guys down by a run, at the very least, you need to try to shoot something to the right side. Hopefully get that runner over to third with 1 out.
From the stretch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
And this is a big spot here in this ball game. You've got to be able to move that guy up 90 feet. It's a must in this situation.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, he's looking like he's a little too amped up out there. He's got to channel that a little more because that pitch wasn't that close.
Here it comes on 3-0. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
The batter, number 24, center fielder Dexter Fowler.
Now to the plate, Dexter Fowler. He drew a walk his first time up. Comes set, now the pitch. That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he's set down, 1 away. Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Digging in, Stephen Vogt. He singled his last time up. And he lays off there, 1-0.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
Not close. It's 2-0.
And now at the plate with a 2-0 count, it's not just, hey, this has to be a strike. You've got to look for one pitch in one location and then let it rip.
Two 2-0 count and the pitch. And he swings right through it there. 2-1.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Grounder down the line at third. And no shot there for Valencia. It's a fair ball. The tying run is in to score from second. It's a 7-7 game.
Late inning problems that doomed this team all season. It's the hallmark of a losing ball club, not being able to hold on to a lead. And here's another example of the bullpen serving up the tying run here in the late innings.
Number 35 will be the new pitcher.
Pitching for the Athletics, number 35.
Christopher Negron will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Christopher Negron.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0.
That curveball needs to be down. He's gotten a little lazy with it here. Be careful.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? Back to first, and that was a sparkler. A double play, and the inning is over. But the tying run comes across here, so it looks like this could be a wire job. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, and we are tied 7-7. Javier Baez will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base, number 9, Javier Baez.
Miguel Montero is also into the ballgame as he'll likely go the rest of the way behind the plate. Tyler Ladendorf will stand in to lead things off here, and can you believe it? A tie ball game again.
Yeah, this thing has had more ups and downs than my 401k, and I've got a feeling we've got some more to come.
Here it comes. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. The man you see here out for a second inning of work, and he becomes the pitcher of record now in a tie ball game.
Yeah, he pitched well last time around. No reason to think that he can't do it again.
Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Montero waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Getting late in the day here, and as this has been a long one, we check out our line score to this point. The scoreboard operator's going to sleep well tonight because, as you can see, he's been a pretty busy man through the first 7 and change. Travis d'Arnaud stands in. He was hosed at second trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first base coach, but it obviously didn't work out. It took a good throw to get him, though.
And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Right on the corner. 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. He's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out, number 2.
Billy Butler will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Billy Butler.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1.
If there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, you would have never heard the end of it.
Here it comes on 1-1. High in the air out to center field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. A's are gone in order. This remains a 7-all tie. Sam Fuld is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field.
Now playing left field, number 23, Sam Fuld.
Chris Bryant is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th.
Leading off for the Cubs, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Set to deliver on 2-1. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Yeah, and this ball was hit pretty well, but it was always going to stay in the ballpark. And you see the left fielder just drift back and make the play on the warning track.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Reaches and hits this one hard the other way, and that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Rizzo will head for second, and he is into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Now batting, left fielder.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game. This one goes for extra bases. And you can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
John Axford will take over in a tie ball game with one gone here in the top of inning number 9.
Sean Axford.
Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there's got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, man.
Well, people might jump to some conclusions here, but with a base open and this guy at the plate, you don't even really want to mess around with the strike zone. And I think this pitch just got away from him. Nothing more than that.
Jorge Soler will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Curveball bounces, and that gets by to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and that's always the danger when you're working that off-speed stuff down with 2 men on base. Once the catcher can't get a handle on it, both guys are off and moving. They're going to move up to second and third now on what will be scored a wild pitch.
And there's ball 4. So the bases are loaded, and we'll see how the infield decides to play it here.
Now batting, second baseman, Javier Baez.
Javier Baez strides forward in a pivotal moment in this one. High ball game, bases loaded, but the possibility of an inning-ending double play does exist here.
Yeah, and he'll definitely be pitching for that ground ball right here, Matt. You've got to be able to lay off those pitches down in the strike zone that he's going to be offering up.
Lays off 1-0.
Oof, that high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
You got the go-ahead run in scoring position in this situation, and you come up with a huge strikeout like that. You're pumping your fist. Your intensity is a little bit higher. This guy is focused in right now and very happy with his results.
Here's Addison Russell. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a liner. Foul. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And there's ball 2 now.
Deep breath time now on the mound. You've got to compose yourself. And that strike zone's looking about the size of a tin can.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Hit hard to the right side. A dive, and he knocks it down. And to score is the runner from third. It's an 8-7 game.
The batter, number 24, center fielder Dexter Fowler.
Dexter Fowler comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. High pop-up. Noonan is there for it. And the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Cubs lead it 8-7. Chris Coghlan will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 11, Chris Coghlan.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Fowler. 1 down.
With him in there trying to preserve a 1-run lead, the first thing he wants to do, don't let that leadoff hitter get on base to start the inning. That's a nice way to approach things. Now he's just 2 outs away from wrapping this one up.
Striding into the box, Danny Valencia. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now here's the pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. Drilled to the right side. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Yeah, this fastball gets on him pretty quick at 96 miles an hour, and he does just about all you can do with it, and that's take it the other way for a base hit.
And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one.
Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Runners on first with one down. Up top, it's 2-0.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike two anyway. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
And that is a big time to come up with a strikeout in a tight game like this. You still got that tying run over there at first, but with 2 away now, you don't necessarily need a ground ball to get you out of this.
George Springer comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Back goes Fowler, still going back. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Around third and being waved on home.
And the run will score all the way from first. It's an 8-8 ball game.
Well, this game has not been one for the faint of heart. It's a huge at-bat right there as he delivers the RBI double to tie the ball game up here in the bottom of the ninth. And now the tide of this ball game has definitely flip-flopped from one dugout to the other, as they're just a base hit away now from walking off a winner.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Montero has a play, and that ends the inning. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the ninth as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are deadlocked at 8 apiece. Liam Hendricks will come on now as he'll take over to start the extra frames.
Number 31, Liam Hendricks.
Miguel Montero will start things off here as this topsy-turvy ball game heads for a 10th inning.
Well, both teams had a chance to win this thing in the ninth, and both bullpens faltered. And now here we are wondering what's in store for us next.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
And now you're in the 10th inning. I don't think anybody in that visiting dugout expected that we'd still be playing, but You've got to put that bottom of the ninth behind you and get on with it. You can still win this ball game.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. In the air, down the left field line and deep. And there's your go-ahead base runner right away as this is down for extra bases.
Now batting, right
Well,
fielder.
that'll put the opposing team in big trouble as he gets the leadoff double. This game's tied. He's the go-ahead run out there, all pumped up about it, trying to get his teammates fired up as well.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And taking it out there for the first out.
Well, we talk about it a lot. Ideally, this should be to the right side of the infield. Maybe you give him a break because he's such a good hitter and he is a run producer, but I'll bet if you ask him, he'll wish he had a different approach in that at-bat.
Chris Bryant digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
And once he's seen that you've got a little loop in your swing, he won't be afraid to throw that pitch in a spot like this.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Just trying to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
The 2-2 pitch. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, he's done a pretty good job here of rendering that leadoff double useless. He's come back with a ground out, then a strikeout, and so now it's going to come down to a 2-out base hit if they want to score right here.
Anthony Rizzo steps in looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Well, anytime you can put together a 3-hit game, you're doing something right out there, and we'll see if he can pull it off.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Sliced hard on the ground. Leidendorf takes it in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. So one will win it here as we go to the bottom of inning number 10. And we are deadlocked at 8 apiece. Rex Brothers will come on here to start the home 10th, and all he's looking to do is get this one to the 11th inning. Rich Ayala is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th.
Rich Ayala.
Out in front of it, strike one. Oh, and 1, here it comes. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. Here it comes on 0-2. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Ground ball left side. Bryant's got it and reined in, one away.
There's nothing easy about this play right here. It's a high chopper, so he knows he's going to have to field and throw pretty much all in one motion, and he does so here to get his man. That's a nice play.
In now, Tyler Ladendorf. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. A 1-0 delivery. 2-0. On the ground to the left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
2 up, 2 down to start off the bottom half. Starting to look like this one's going to go another inning.
Great.
Travis d'Arnaud ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And he takes ball one. Two out, nobody on. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. On the ground near home, but it gets foul. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. No winner yet. On to inning number 11 we go, and we are deadlocked at 8 apiece. Kyle Schwarber comes to the plate as the leadoff man here in the 11th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. 1-2.
This is not the first time today that he's chased out of the zone. Well, that's why he's looking at a hat trick.
And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Jorge Soler waits on deck. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
In is Jorge Soler. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Smoked on the ground left side, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Javier Baez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
Hit down the line at first. Reined in. One there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Here's Addison Russell as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. One and one, here it is. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. Set to deal on a ball and two strikes. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. Smoke toward third. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Cubs strand one. Score remains even at 8 apiece. Sam Fuld brings his bat to the plate now to get the bottom of the 11th underway.
Fielder, Sam Fuld.
Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. One 0 count. Here it is. Smoked on the ground up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And he needed extra innings to get it, but there's his first hit of the game, and that'll keep the hit streak alive and kicking.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's amazing, too. When you think about a hit streak, all the luck you need to go along with that tremendous skill. He needed the extra innings, but got them and got it done.
Into the box now, Chris Coughlin. And he'll try and get that winning run into scoring position as he puts this one down. Throw's going to go on to first, so a perfect sacrifice there as now the go-ahead run moves into scoring position here.
Well, winning baseball games sometimes comes down to doing the little things. Perfect execution there, and now the winning run moves into scoring position with only one out.
Danny Valencia digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front. A ball and a strike.
And with the game on the line here, you got to make sure you're going after strikes.
The 1-1 pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Boy, he had a good pitch to hit, too. That was a slider always in the strike zone. That would have been a good one to go after.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. On the ground up the middle. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Well, he really bunched him up on that two-seam fastball right there. That's not a very confident swing either, and the result, just an easy ground ball.
Marcus Semien will stand in now, hitless to this point, but with a chance to be a hero here.
Well, he knows better than anybody in that lineup that one swing could make up for a whole game's worth of struggles.
Here's the first pitch. Left side. On to first, and that'll mean a 12th inning is in order as this inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. This remains an 8-all tie. Dexter Fowler will stand in to start out the 12th inning of play, and it starts to become a war of attrition once you've reached this point in the ball game.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where there's some really tired legs out there on both sides. The bullpens have been working overtime. Heck, even the announcers are starting to get a little bit hoarse.
Pitch on the way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Springer. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now, programming note to pass along. Those of you tuning in to see our afternoon aerobics show Get Fit with Eddie Cram. Unfortunately, due to the length of the game, that show will not be seen today. Ladies, we apologize. Digging in now, Miguel Montero. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Skied into straightaway right. Springer is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Quick outs are the key at this point in the ball game. Save your bullets. You never know how far you're going to have to go.
Jason Hayward strides in, grounded out his last time through. Now the pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Now here's the pitch. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's going to stand for too much more of that.
Hit hard to short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
The batter, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the fifth. Here's the first pitch. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. A look at the hit totals there into extra innings. Off and running is Hayward. A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. Cubs are down quietly. Score remains even at 8 apiece. George Springer is set to take his turn, leading things off as they'll try to walk off winners in the bottom half.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Hit high and deep to left field. Schwarber going back on it at the track. No chance. It's off the wall, and this should put the winning run into scoring position.
Oh, hey, fellas. How close were we to packing our bags and heading home? Let's take a closer look at this one. So close to being a walk-off homer. It's off the outfield wall, but that will really turn up the heat now as the winning run moves into scoring position.
Into the box, Tom Noonan. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
2 good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. No shortage of extra base hits as you see the totals there. A possible winning run on second. No one out. Hard liner toward short. Russell with a great stop. The throw. He's out.
Oh, what a play. Young man, welcome to the big leagues. He's thinking, that's a knock in AAA. And it probably is, but not up here. They can play some D up here. That's some big-time glove work to come up with this and make a strong throw to get him.
Standing in now, Rich Ayala, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1.
Your job right here on the mound, gotta think strikeout number 1, ground ball number 2. You can't leave anything up that can easily be a sac fly.
hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward is under it. He hauls it in, but here comes the winning run from third. And he is out at the plate, trying to end it once and for all, but we will play another inning as the side is retired. Time to put the coffee pot on. 13th inning coming up, and we are deadlocked at 8 apiece. Chris Bryant steps in to begin the inning.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
The pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ayala is there, and he has it for the first out.
And that's just one of the few balls that really hasn't taken off today. And we've seen some balls really jump off the bat so far, but not there.
Anthony Rizzo stands into the box, 2 for 6 thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Not close. It's 2-0.
You can tell now in his 4th inning of work out of the bullpen, he's looking a little gassed.
Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. Throw gets him 2 down.
2 quick outs here to start things off. Can't ask for much more than this in extra innings. Hold serve, and then give your guys a shot to win in the bottom half.
Kyle Schwarber digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. And now a pitch on the way. A little bit outside. 2-1. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Line towards center field, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Well, he absolutely needed that one. He's staring the old sombrero right in the face, but puts a good swing on the ball there and gets himself a base hit.
Sean Doolittle will come on now, and at least they've saved their closer until this deep
62.
into extra innings.
Sean Doolittle. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62. 62.
Jorge Soler will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
Doolittle's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now. Boy, he sure can sling that thing, can't he?
He sure can. A very wide arm angle, comes from the first base side. It's not straight either. It's moving.
Hot shot to third. He's right there. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. Yet another shot to end it right here as we move on to the home half of the inning, and we are deadlocked at 8 apiece. Tyler Ladendorf will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
Second baseman, Tyler Ladendorf.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Hey, when you're representing the winning run, the old saying is, get on any way you can. This one hurts more than most of the other ways, but they're a step closer to maybe winning the ball game.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Swing and a liner. Foul. Set to deliver the 0-1. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Fowler moving to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Boy, and they've had his number all through this one. He's now 1 for 6 in this ball game. Man, that hurts.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and set to stand in. Here's Sam Fuld. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Possible winning run on first, 1 man away. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Hayward to the track, to the wall. Gone! Santa Maria, game over. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
And this is exactly what you're looking for in extra innings. Actually, it's what you're praying for, really. One big swing sends the folks who stayed here home happy as he wins it with the walk-off homer.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he connected on a couple of long home runs, really put his guys on his back and carried them to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The A's are victorious here, 10-8. So long from Philly.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Athletics. 10 runs, 17 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Cubs, 8 runs on 17 hits, no errors. They left 15 runners on base. The winning pitcher is Sean Doolittle. His record is now 4-2. Give the save to Sean Doolittle. The loss goes to Rex Brothers. Just his second loss of the season. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 18 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game SEPTA trains on the Orange Broad Street line are available at the Patterson Avenue station, and extra C buses are available directly outside the stadium.